So look at here. We made it to part four. Part four. You guys see me in the kitchen, and I am going to prepare, and cook dinner for me and my girls. Wow. The jacuzzi is sitting with the spray that I sprayed. I was like, let me come in here and start my dinner. And I just want to remind all of all of my creative angels, just know that there is room for all of us. One person's light doesn't extinguish yours. And you need to realize it's very, very important to honor your boundaries, to honor other people's boundaries, and to, respect yourself and others. You know what I mean? Like, together we can have a fruitful life. Together we can create a romanticized life. Together we can have a protected life. And that's why I am embracing the art of being still for myself in this season. I'm a little more truthful than I have ever been on the World Wide Web. I always stood in my truth, but I'm sharing it. And truthfully, it feels good. Everything can't be exposed just as yet, but it's so many things that's going to come so that I can connect the dots. And that came with healing. So I am a little bit more unbothered. I already realized that holding it in wasn't healthy. So I couldn't hold it all in no more because I was like that heating valve that if I don't bleed the pipes, it's going to burst. And all of the things that I was experiencing, I knew that I couldn't hold it in. And as a result, for the first time, I stood out on faith and did something that I normally don't do, which was seek therapy. And as a result, I became a little bit more unhinged, and I embraced the art of that. You know what I mean? So my mood going forward was being my own safe space for myself so that I can attract those without hidden agendas, because I definitely deserve authentic, transparent relationships. You know what I mean? Like, I deserve those things. So I drew boundaries that I needed, which was around my heart, which was around my soul, which was around my mind, which was around my body. And I dared to be stronger than what I was, because I knew I have a lot of battles that I need to win. So I knew I wanted to be stronger. So I couldn't give up. And I knew now is not the time to give up, because the current me knew that my past self was not me pursuing my purpose. So I had to encourage my current self to let go of my past self so that I can embrace and love on my future self. And for that, Talijah, Malika, I'm so damn proud of you, girl. And I love you so much. And I just want you to know, like, this is your time. You feel me? And we got this. So let's go. So I will continue to work on my mind, my wealth, and my peace. And it feels beautiful here to find peace, you know? You have to be willing to lose connections with the people, places, and things that created so much noise in your life. And that's how I began to find peace. You understand? Like, I knew that no one is cheering for me louder than me. You understand? Like, I knew I had to let go of who I used to be. Like, because that girl that I once was, like, she see me healing. She see me being strong. And she see me living life beyond her wildest dreams. So that's was like true success for me. And it showed me what therapy can do for you. You know what I mean? Like, I've learned to accept the things that I couldn't control. And I learned to control the things that I can. So that's why I began to heal and understand that I'm cleansing. You know what I mean? I'm cleansing my entire life right now. I'm releasing all the people, places, and things that have been toxic to me, because I knew that it's time for a new beginning, Elijah. So I had to let it in. I had to let it hurt. I had to let it heal. I had to let it go. And I was happy that I took responsibility to make me happy. Like, I had to stop giving up my power by expecting someone or something to change my life. Like, I knew that no one owes me anything. Like, I knew that I'm the leader of my own life. So I had to work for what I want. And that's what made me the most powerful person that I knew I could be. So I wasn't falling for the potential of who someone could be instead of who they actually are, because I knew that that will constantly cause me pain and disappointment. So I knew that the sooner that I let go, the faster that I would heal, because I knew that not everyone thinks like me. Not everyone had the same mindset that I have. So I knew right away that what made sense to me doesn't necessarily make sense to someone else, which is why I communicate the way that I do. But not everyone that is listening to really hear and pick up what I'm putting down. So as a result, I knew that I had to stop convincing myself that I'd rather be in pain with someone than to be in pain without them. Like, love don't hurt. So I had to let go and allow myself to stop overthinking, stop feeling sad, stop trying to figure out why I don't know the answer to someone else's, you know what I mean, issues, or the way they're treating me, or the way they're going about things. Like, I had to understand that if I let their messy intentions penetrate my healing mind, it's just going to basically cause more disruption. So I had to break from cycles that no longer, resonated with me. I had to stop letting others' opinion take the driver's seat for my life. Like, they can either be a supportive passenger or just find another ride. And in this season, I didn't mind people finding other rides. Like, find another ride and let me go. Like, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a feeling. So let them pass. I started to basically become who I was. Like, I didn't ignore my gut feelings. I continued to keep on keeping on, which is why I prepare for tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I took the time today to prepare for tomorrow, which I'm preparing tonight's dinner in this video, but I also have my other chicken set aside for tomorrow's night dinner. You get what I'm saying? So basically, I knew that excitement is your intuition, which is a way of saying that something about that opportunity is resonating with your soul. So don't allow, like, your logical mind to talk you out of something you deeply feel is aligned with you. So I knew that, like, pursuing my purpose, pursuing my dreams, these are the things that I want to do. So I was excited about these things. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to be a people pleaser no more. Like, I didn't want to be that woman that hold on to things. So I started to practice more and more self-care. You know what I mean? And self-care looks differently for everyone. Like, you can have and practice self-care by eating extra vegetables, like by making yourself get dressed, or your self-care can be, ooh, I'm paying my bills on time, or I'm meal planning for the rest of the week, and I'm grocery shopping only for the things that I need. You get what I'm saying? Like, self-care is putting yourself to bed at a reasonable hour and forcing yourself out of the house after 3 days of being in the house. Like, self-care looks differently for everyone. And I'm excited that I was able to recognize things that I needed to break away from. So as a result, I knew that some people will regret how they treated me. Some people already regret how they treated me. And because I felt like I used to, like, hone on, I have abandonment issues. But I've learned that it's easy for people to leave. And I used to wonder why it was so easy for people to leave. But I know now that I should have questioned was why I wanted so badly for them to stay. Like, those are the questions that I've learned along the way, that no, I wasn't honing on the right thing about the whole big picture. You get what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to comprehend how I feel. And I learned that I made some mistakes along the way. I learned that, okay, not to be okay every day, but to make a choice, to make a change, if that makes sense. Like, I had to know that and learn that it's not selfish to love myself, that it wasn't selfish to take care of myself more and more, and to make myself happy and a priority. Like, I've learned along the way it was necessary, because I have these amazing kids to raise, and they needed a healthy mom. And waking up and greeting the sun, it made me happy. So I encourage my children to encourage themselves that today's your day. You know, get what I'm saying? So self-care for me is also a form of how I wake up and give myself so much gratitude. My self-care also look like, okay, I want to reset. So I can just write in my journal more because I had the time to do so. Self-care reflected, like, just with me cleaning my jacuzzi out, because I knew that I want to start using it again. So I needed to, like, always work from a clean environment. And I want to say, y'all, God is good. You know what I mean? When I say God is good because he encouraged me to show up for myself consistently. And I knew that I had to be thankful. Like, I had to find gratitude in everything. Like, and I'm so glad God set me down and put me through things that forced me to level up. Like, I needed to level up. Like, I needed to let go. You get what I'm saying? Like, I knew that, 2024 was a year of change for me. And I know that I'm going to always learn. I'm going to always evolve. I just had to believe that life is a constant journey of growth and that I needed to strive to be someone who never stopped learning. You get what I'm saying? Like, I knew that I don't want to never stop learning. Like, it just wasn't about like acquiring knowledge for me. It was about understanding the world from different angles and embracing diverse ideas that certain people wasn't able to even understand. So we're operating from two different books because adapting to the change that came my way was a new challenge for me. And as a result, it was for me to evolve. So I know that my skills and my mindset and my intellects is really, 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 really top tier. And it can only become more top tier. But my resilience, my patience, my emotional strength, it set me apart. And I started praying to God to remove things and people and places. And baby, woo, I didn't even have the answers right away. Like, I didn't even understand that things were like just happening so fast. Like, when I say fast, it was happening fast. But change is inevitable. And in the fact that change is inevitable, I knew that I had to choose to face it with an open mind, with a willing heart. And I had to find the courage to keep going because I knew, like, okay, I'm shaping myself for my future. I'm shaping myself for my children's future. And I knew that this may feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort happened where I knew that eventually the most meaningful transformation was occurring in my life. So it's like, I don't have much to say sometimes for the things that I'm experiencing. I don't always need to explain and elaborate on things. I just knew that I just got so much to do. And it feels good to be able to say I have things to do. Because I'm just top tier. Like, I know that I'm the type of woman you don't find twice. And I can definitely promise you that. And I know that you got to move like you know God got you. And I move like I know that God got me despite what others was trying to throw my way and tell me what I need and what I'm not going to do and X, Y, and Z. So I was just doing me. But I knew God could do better. So that's why it was like, nah, God, I need you. So I focused on God. And before it got good, y'all, it got worse. I'm going to keep it a buck. It got worse. But you can't expect to fall from a high and not get hurt, if that makes sense. Like, so I said, you know what? Let me turn to the Word. I had to open my Bible. I had to begin reading more because I'm like, let me turn to the Word so that next time I'll know if it's God's voice, because everything was cloudy. But I knew that I was praying a prayer of removal. And I didn't know who and what and where God was going to start this removal process. And baby, you got to be ready because the devil has a way of creeping in. But my God helps me to know better because I surrendered and gave everything to him. So sometimes, y'all, you have to deny your flesh to see that God knows what's best. And God knew what was best for Talijah Malika. That's why he allowed my experiences to become the best teacher that I ever could be taught from. Like, I knew that I had to turn to God because my intuition and my gut was telling me, but I couldn't put my finger on it because the devil was creeping in bad. But my soul knew. And I just want to let y'all know, your soul always knows. But whom does your soul belong to? That's the question you need to figure out. And my soul belongs to God. My soul belongs to God. And I know that because I move like everything's going to work out, it's because it does. It has. I don't live for attention. I am very private. But I will say that my intentions is to encourage, enlighten, and inspire. Because no matter what, here it is 5 p.m. on Sunday, January 26, 2025. Dinner is done. These kids are happy. These kids are healthy. My home is clean. My self-care is top tier. And I have a grateful heart. And I just want to continue to thank God.